Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lynn. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of all ages. It's lovely to be here, and Sylvia's being very deferential. So I want you to be able to see Major Sylvia Parkin as well as me. What I'm here to do is just to explain to you all something about this award, the background to it, and how important and unique it is. In 2002, when Mike and I were working together at Saga Radio, Her Majesty the Queen, to celebrate her then Golden Jubilee, came up with the idea of the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service, the QAVs, as we call it. This was actually her very own idea, and she's taken a personal interest in it ever since. It's the highest award given to volunteer groups across the whole of the United Kingdom, and it's not granted or given lightly. Let me explain further. This award is only given to those groups who display outstanding achievement as volunteers, who regularly devote their time to helping others in the community, improving the quality of life and opportunity for others, and providing an outstanding service. A service which is then supported, recognised and respected by the local community. Right. How does it work? Well, nominations in the first place go to the Cabinet Office. So was it Dave who... Right, well done. You've got the right address. They're sent up, forms are filled in, sent to the Cabinet Office, who then draw up a short list of those that they consider to be possibly worthy of the award. They then send that shortlist down to the Lieutenancy Office in every county. And in our county, we've got a QAVs committee of deputy lieutenants like Sylvia and myself. And these shortlisted nominations are then handed out to us, and our job is to go and visit the groups themselves, just to make sure that what Dave has put together on the nomination form is correct. Now, often we find, as you would understand, that we learn more face-to-face than any particular nomination form can tell us. And the crucial bit is that final paragraph that we put together when we send the form back. And in a moment, Sylvia is going to read out the final paragraph of the citation that we send back. So we do all that work, we write again this long form, and we send it back to the Cabinet Office. The Cabinet Office then send it to the National Awards Committee, chaired last year by a chap called Martin Lewis. Do you remember Martin Lewis, the newsreader? He's an old chum of mine. Not that helped, I can tell you. And they then send their final list to Her Majesty the Queen for approval. Okay, you've got the picture. And so it was that in January, Sylvia and I turned up at Wall Heath at this lady's house. The coffee was excellent, the hospitality just as good, and from the moment that Lynn greeted us with that incredible enthusiasm that you know that Lynn has, we thought that we were on to a winner. And it helped so much just chatting, the two of us, for us to go away, fill in the form. Actually, there was quite a lot of email correspondence between us, and we did that. We had absolutely no hesitation in recommending Kewford Eagles FC. I'll finish by saying this. The West Midlands County, which we are deputy lieutenants of, comprises what, nearly 3 million people. It's Solihull, it's Coventry, it's the 4 metropolitan boroughs and Birmingham. So with nearly 3 million people, there are hundreds of voluntary groups in the area. But this year, the Diamond Jubilee year of Her Majesty the Queen, there have only been 3 Queen's Awards for voluntary service made in the whole of the West Midlands County. One in Solihull, one which we gave earlier this year to Halesowen Athletic and Cycling Club, and the other that we're about to give to you tonight at Kewford Eagles Football Club. Two of those, you'll notice, are from the best metropolitan borough in the land, from Dudley. And it's absolutely wonderful. This award that we're going to make in just a moment to Kewford Eagles is also a kind of tribute to Dudley Metropolitan Borough, who've supported you so well, and I think it's only fair that they get a mention here this evening, Lynn. So there's something very special about Dudley, and there's something very special about Kewford Eagles Football Club. Congratulations to you both, and now I'll hand over to Sylvia to read the important bit, which is the bit of the citation, followed by what the certificate that is signed by Her Majesty the Queen says. Sylvia.
Thank you. I'm afraid it's more than one paragraph, it's about 10, but I'll see what I can do. This is the Kewford Eagles Football Club citation. In 1978, the Scout football teams from Quarrybank and Kings Winford combined to form one team and a new club, Kewford Eagles Football Club. Today, 33 years later, the club runs between 37 to 40 teams every weekend in the season, supported by 152 volunteers, and it has become a model organisation of its type, welding a community together based not only on a love of football, but encompassing a code of behaviour of self-discipline, mutual respect, self-help, fundraising and camaraderie that spans all age groups. The club includes 550 children aged from 5 to 16, plus 2 adult teams. There is a girls section and a pioneering disability section comprising of 45 youngsters. Volunteers are all CRB checked, fully trained in safeguarding children, first aid, and all have a minimum Football Association Level 1 coaching course accreditation. Underpinning their obvious love for the game is an emphasis on exemplary behaviour at all levels. The club has developed the Kewford's Code of Conduct, which all members, adults and children, sign up to and renew every year. This is so comprehensive that it has now been adopted by Birmingham County Football Association. The club has received the highest accolade from the Football Association and are now FA Charter Standard Community Club. It is also a registered charity. It has received numerous awards from both the borough and the wider region, which are listed elsewhere in the assessment form. The club is self-financing and raises its own funds to pay the higher charges for school pitches at weekends. This helps to promote a strong and smooth transition from school football into the world of club football at the weekends. Yet the club also finds time to raise funds for other deserving causes, both at home and abroad. 60% of those who join at the age of 5 progress through the years to the under-17 level, which says much for the encouragement and enjoyment this club generates. The club has ambitious plans for the future and has identified a 30-acre site, raised £500,000, obtained planning permission and is in the process of negotiating with the FA for promised match funding, which will see the games on the new ground in 2013. As well as providing a large number of home pitches, the new ground will enable those local schools that currently have either no or substandard pitches to use them. The club is aiming to reach over 800 youngsters in the near future, continuing its ethos to provide good healthy exercise in a safe environment and encouraging youngsters under the tutelage of dedicated and trained adult volunteers to learn and adopt codes of behaviour which will benefit not only them but the wider community as a whole. We believe this club at all levels exemplifies excellence in the voluntary sector. And that's actually the citation which went to London and which got you this award this evening. I think that's very well, and I do believe you've already moved further on your proposed site. I'll just now show you, children and everyone else, this certificate here has been signed by Her Majesty the Queen. There's her signature up at the top. So the